What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again, man. I know it has been a long time, probably 2 to 3 months if I'm not mistaken, since I've made any content on the channel. For that, you will have to accept my deepest apologies. But the fact of the matter is, man, like I said in the last video, I think it was the last video I made, I was getting ready to start work and be employed by a certain company. And it's been going great, man. I'm going on my third month, I think. It's good money. It's a lot of mobility, so I'm constantly, driving between different sites. So change of scenery every day, every couple hours. Uh, Interesting industry. I'm really intrigued by it and really enjoying it. And like I said, it's good money, man. Which is first and foremost what I'm after, as far as the bottom line, man. At this stage of my life and trying to provide for my family. So I've been really caught up with that, man. After that last video, it was all about going to go take a physical to make sure that I can work in the company and clearing all my documentation and things that they needed from me to go ahead with the hiring and employment process. So yeah, man. So that's where I've been, man. I've been wrapped up in that. And as a result of that, and there's a lot of good things coming for me that I've been working on as far as the employment front. So there's a lot more coming in the very near future. God willing, it looks like it. So I'm gonna be busy, man. So the channel, unfortunately, I hate to use the word suffer, but it is gonna suffer to some degree as far as continuity and just consistency with the content. But rest assured, it's not gonna stop completely. I'm not gonna quit it. Channel's always gonna be here, and I am gonna from time to time pop in and just drop content. Same old stuff, reactions, thoughts, video reviews, captured footage, playthroughs, things of that nature. And every once in a while, man, I may hop on my Twitch stream channel, which I only did like 2 streams, and then I got employed, and might do some streams, man. So when I do that, when I do a stream on the Twitch channel, I will advertise it heavily here and on social media for you guys to know that that's going down, man. But yeah, man, that's where I've been at, bro. But yeah, like my homeboy Jason, and I think yeah, Steve Mercury also. Both of them had at different points in the last couple months been like, hey, bro, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop with the channel? Why'd you stop? I didn't stop. It's just I'm wrapped up in all this. It ain't stopping. Content's gonna continue to come, just not as frequently. But having said that, in the last 3 months that I've been gone, a lot of stuff has happened in the industry. A lot of stuff has been released. Played a lot of new stuff. Even stuff that I haven't played that I know has released. I will talk about that. We'll talk about reactions and overall reviews and consensus on certain games. And also we'll dive into the topic of everybody's favorite bugaboo, the Game Awards, coming around once again. I guess I'm going to just jump in on the stuff that has released that I've been playing over the last 3 months. It's a lot of stuff. It's also older stuff that has not released, but I've gone back into my laptop where all the emulation that I have there, all the different consoles I have on there, some GameCube, some 64 for sure. Got on a huge wrestling kick, man. Like I was back in the day, man, and just started playing the No Mercies and the Revenges and all that on N64. Just there's never been wrestling games like that, man. I don't think there ever will be again, sadly. I have been hearing a lot of good stuff about WWE 2K23, so maybe I will check that out at some point in time. But you just can't beat the classics, man. But yeah, bro. So stuff that's released recently in the last couple months that I've been playing. First of all, first and foremost, it is Friday, so happy weekend. Blessed nectar of the gods, we are here. Little vodka and cranberry. So yeah, bro. First and foremost, let's get the obvious out of the way. Last time I was making videos, you guys heard me harp on how painful it was that I wasn't employed around the time that Mortal Kombat 1 was releasing. And it hurt. It hurt to my very core. I'm convinced in the grand scheme of things, I lost about a year of life just because of that. Suffering that. But no, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, man. So as soon as I had stable income and things were good, I got home one Friday. I want to say about a month ago, maybe, and I was like, it's going down. So, and of course, I am old. I'm about to be 40. I am lazy. So all the shit I would say back in the day about physical is better than digital and that, I still believe it in my heart. However, my wallet and my legs will not take me there anymore. I am digital all the way. I download shit on my Xbox. I download shit on my Switch. I don't go to a GameStop anymore unless I happen to be around one, or unless it happens to be a game that I'm like, yo, I want this physical. And even then, I'm like, I literally have to be on the road and see a GameStop and be like, you know what? Let me go buy that game. Other than that, it's gonna be all digital, bro. I'm fucking lazy. What do you want from me? Um, so yeah, I got home and I was like, yo, Mortal Kombat 1, it's going down, bro. Oh, and this, this is the living room area, man. That's why it's not the same setup as over there where I did the previous video. Whatever, fuck it. Mortal Kombat 1, bro, dude. It's like every like I say it all the time. NetherRealm Studios, those evil, sadistic, amazing geniuses, have just fine tuned the fighting formula to where they are the kings. Um, Full disclaimer: I have not played Street Fighter Six. I have seen a lot of gameplay, but it looks phenomenal. I wanted. I remember talking on this channel, months back about how I wanted. I was thinking about getting it launch day, and then I forgot what else came out that I ended up getting that. But I definitely will be getting Street Fighter Six at some point. It looks like a worthy competitor because Street Fighter Five couldn't touch fucking Mortal Kombat 11. But after playing Mortal Kombat 1, I just I feel bad. I feel bad for I feel bad for Street Fighter. It's like because this looks like a really fucking good Street Fighter. And then as soon as I played Mortal Kombat 1, I was like, yeah, there's no fucking way they have they don't have any hope. I mean, and that's no disrespect because it looks amazing. But Mortal Kombat 1, dude. Every Mortal Kombat that has come out since the Mortal Kombat reboot back in 2010, I think it was 2011, around there. And if you hear any noise, I live, close proximity to an Air Force base, so there's helicopters and fucking jets that fly by here all the time. So, but yeah, man, ever since that Mortal Kombat reboot, every Mortal Kombat since has been better and better and better, and this is no exception. Mortal Kombat 1 is the best Mortal Kombat that has ever released, in my opinion, and I am a diehard Mortal Kombat fan. The story mode is just phenomenal. It's so fresh because, yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 was a reboot, and it was fresh in its interpretation of the story of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. But that was just not even a reinterpretation so much of the story, but it was like it gave you little peeks of what if we went a different route with this character or this scenario along the story because Raiden was trying to, alter something so that Armageddon wouldn't happen, right? Well, in this one, it is completely a reboot, not so much as far as the game mechanics or the gameplay, but the story itself. Because as you know, if you play Mortal Kombat 11, Fire God Liu Kang is now responsible with the very fabric of creation, creating the entire universe, all the realms, all its inhabitants from the very beginning of time. So now he gets to he's Jesus. He gets to basically just boom, this is my creation in my image, boom, this is how I want it to be, right? So you got things that never happened before, or characters have origins they never were supposed to have, or according to the old story. So like Scorpion and Sub Zero are not bitter enemies or bitter rivals from rival clans anymore. They are brothers. They're blood brothers in the same clan. They're in the Lin Kuei. Bihan is Sub Zero, and Kuai Liang, instead of being the younger Sub Zero, is Scorpion. Hanzo Hasashi is not. There's no Hanzo Hasashi here, as far as the main Scorpion character. It's Kuai Liang. Smoke's real name is Tomas, and he's part of the clan with them. The three of them are the Lin Kuei. Johnny Cage is still a struggling actor, bro. His chapter in the story is just awesome. Kenshi's there. Kenshi's whole story arc is awesome, and the way they intertwine him and Johnny Cage, I'm not gonna spoil shit for nobody. I'm just saying it's one of the better arcs. The story mode has such good storytelling, but my favorite part is probably the arc of Johnny Cage and Kenshi throughout the entire series. Story mode also gives a fucking finally, bro, a starring role and a lot of fleshed out backstory and some real fucking just meat on the bones of the story of two of the characters that always get slighted, Reptile and Baraka. Awesome job. The story's just phenomenal, dude. The tag team, the cameo mechanic, which I was worried about. A lot of Mortal Kombat fans were worried about. It's just chef's kiss again. It's just buttery smooth. And the fact that the cameos can do brutalities just like your main character can, right there on the spot in the middle of a match, or they can come in and do a classic fatality from the old Mortal Kombat. It's just awesome, bro. Safe to say, I mean, this is not my in-depth review. Maybe I'll do one if I have the time, but really, bro, Mortal Kombat 1 is just the shit. I don't know if it's been nominated in Game of the Year for Fighting Game of the Year because I didn't pay attention to the nominees. I just paid attention to the Game of the Year nominees, and I laughed my ass off at that because we'll talk about it. But if it's not nominated for Fighting Game of the Year, Geoff Keighley should be run over with a fucking car. I'm pretty sure it is, and it should win. It should win. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is awesome also, but I don't think Street Fighter 6 is hitting on the same level as Mortal Kombat 1, especially with the constant support from the community and the developer constantly adding stuff. I know Street Fighter 6 has a pretty good story mode from what I was told, compared to previous Street Fighter games that really didn't have one or have shitty ones. But Mortal Kombat story mode is the gold standard for fighting game story modes. Has been since Mortal Kombat 9. The Invasions mode is pretty dope. Very unique and very a real cool, entertaining way to unlock currency and different levels to your character and unlock moves and all that, and palette swaps and skins and all that. What I don't like is that Shang Tsung is in the story and I get to play with him in the story and play against him, but then I have to buy him if I didn't pre-order the game. I hate when games do that, but I know Mortal Kombat's not the only game that does that. The Combat Pack just came out. One of my biggest pet peeves with the Mortal Kombat in the modern time is stop with the fucking guest characters that have nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. Can we please? Yep. Omni-Man. Why the fuck is Omni-Man in there? Really? Why? Even though I'm a Freddy Krueger fan and I enjoyed Freddy in Part 9, and he kind of fits, like the horror characters fit because it's Mortal Kombat, but it's like, Omni-Man. I know he's violent, but it's like, come on. What? Yeah, the Peacemaker. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? That's stupid. Keep Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, Tremor, things like Mortal Kombat characters coming in as combat past characters. Fine, but dude, NetherRealm is like they could literally just. I don't know the business side of it, but like you obviously get the license for these characters to put them in your game, right? So if you're able to spin getting licenses for all these characters, why don't you just make a whole new fighting game with all these sci-fi movie and hero characters and horror characters and put it all and make it its own fighting game? And leave Mortal Kombat to the Mortal Kombat characters. But aside from that, bro, Mortal Kombat 1 is fucking amazing. I'm addicted. I'm trying to fucking get all my mastery all the way up for, of course, Sub-Zero. And the fighting mechanics in that game, the cameo shit is awesome, but just the way the game moves and fights, Sub-Zero's so nasty. Scorpion's ridiculous. Raiden is OP, dude. I think they nerfed him. They need to nerf his ass some more, dude. It's fucking domestic violence what that guy gets away with, bro. Whether you're fighting against the computer or you're fighting against, God forbid, you're fighting someone online who's using Raiden. Jesus, dude. But the game is awesome, bro. Also, another game that came out that I got pretty much the same weekend. I got Mortal Kombat 1 and that game in the same weekend. I want to say it was the same weekend. Yeah, I think it was. Because I waited about a month or so to get Mortal Kombat 1 after I was working. Super Mario Wonder on the Switch. I believe that might be in the contention for Game of the Year as far as the nominees. I know it's definitely nominated for some other shit, but I think it might be in Game of the Year. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But Super Mario Wonder. The hype is real. It is the best Super Mario 2D game ever. The game shifting mechanics that they bring in with the Wonder Seed and the Wonder Flowers and all that, the way it changes and alters Mario 2D gameplay. I mean, dude, I don't even want to say what I'm about to say. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, dude. Like my boy Jason's playing through it right now, and I already beat the game. I'm trying to 100% it now. So I keep telling him, yo, just bro, you need to get to certain parts so that I can talk to you about it, bro. Because like I don't want to spoil it, but I just keep telling him, and he can bear witness. I keep telling him, you're gonna flip when you see the way this alters 2D Mario gameplay mechanics in certain sections with that fucking Wonder Flower. Oh man, the animation is awesome. The music is great. The level design is fucking Nintendo at their fucking best. And no one's gonna tell me they weren't high on some shit when they designed this game. They had to be. It's not humanly possible that your mind can conceive of these things without you being on some kind of fucking hallucinogenic substance. But fuck it, it worked, and the game is awesome. Only complaint I have about that game, but the online I love because people can play with you at the same time online, but they're like ghosts. So you see them, but they're not like taking up space on the screen. You can't collide with them, so it's not like mayhem. It's actually organized. But if you happen to die, you become a ghost, and if you float your ghost over to one of those online players that look like ghosts themselves running around, they can free you and you can continue playing. So that's dope. I love that mechanic. It works flawlessly. Only issue I have. You can play as Mario, Peach, the Toads, Daisy, and Luigi. But then it's like, okay, then you can play as Yoshi. And like, I want to play as Yoshi. And Nabbit. Who the fuck cares about Nabbit? Whatever. He's in there. You want to play as Yoshi. Yoshi and Nabbit are like an easy god mode. They can't be damaged. They can't use power-ups, but they can't be damaged by anything. So I'm like, bro, I don't even want to play as Yoshi if there's going to be no challenge. I can't really die unless I fall in a pit. Like, nah, man. Like, they need to do an update and give you the option to play as Yoshi and maybe even bring in Wario or some other characters and let it be normal. Like, you could choose to play the easy mode and not get damaged, or you can choose to play those characters and play the real mode and play the actual game. They need to do that. But the game is awesome, dude. Fucking definite game of the year contender in my book. Best 2D Mario game of all time. It tops Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, which is, and it tops Super Mario Brothers 3 on the NES, bro. It just does, bro. The combination of the graphics, the art style, the animation, the new Mario voice actor, he's spot on, so you can't even really tell it's not Charles Martinet. Dude, it's just it's fun. Nintendo did it again, bro. Like they keep fucking finding ways to extend the life of the Switch. Don't get it twisted. I'm not jumping off my prediction. Next year we're seeing the new Switch. It's just it has to happen. But like they keep finding ways, even at this late in the ball game, to fucking drop gems, dude, out of nowhere, bro. Because Super Mario Wonder was announced for the first time, a couple months back, and then they did a direct, and now here it is. Awesome game. Also, Forza came out. Forza Motorsport, fucking the pinnacle of racing simulation. Sorry, the pinnacle, the absolute best. Shit's all over Gran Turismo 7. It's not even a Xbox versus Sony thing. It's just a fucking reality versus dreams thing. People that think GT7 is better than Forza, they're in like a perpetual dream state. Like, Freddy's got them like hypnotized. They don't even know they're dreaming. People that live in reality know that Forza Motorsport is the king. That shit is just, hey, bro, graphically, the power of the Series X, bro. That game is on par with Flight Simulator as far as showing off just how visually impressive the Xbox Series X can be. And also, like, the fact that there's real locations. Like, dude, like, I live in Homestead, Florida, right? Miami, Florida, in the South, Homestead. There's a famous track out here, Homestead Speedway. I race in it in the game all the time. So, and the weather cycle, the dynamic weather cycle, the lighting, the ray tracing, all of it, dude. It's ridiculous, bro. And just the feel, bro, of driving. Like, I was like, Forza Horizon 5 was so amazing. I'm like, damn, I wonder what the difference. I know Forza Motorsport is more simulation, and I'm not usually a simulation fan. I like that arcadeness. I like that freedom. So I wonder how the difference is gonna feel driving, because Forza Horizon 5 feels pretty fucking good. There's a difference, bro. Like, it feels like you're really driving, dude. And it's like, yo, you got to take into account the turns, the speed you're turning at, when you brake, and all. It's so crazy, bro. But in a game like this, it's the sense of speed, and it's the immersion through realism, the immersion through visual fidelity. So the rain effects, the ray tracing of the light rays from the sun and all that, the reflection on rims and on the actual metal bodies of the car, the damage effects, all of that, the authenticity of hearing every car's distinct engine, and being inside the cockpit of any car and seeing all the little intricacies of that actual cockpit from the manufacturer. It's just ridiculous. And we'll talk more about Forza later, and a point that I want to make, because I'm getting so sick of seeing this shit. But yeah, man, so Forza is another one. What else? Oh, there's a game that I didn't even know existed, bro. I didn't even know existed, and I was so happy when I came across it. I think I may have read about it or seen like a little, like, headline or something about it in some website or somebody's YouTube channel or something. And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome if that actually happens, bro. I'll keep an eye out for it. And I completely forgot. And as of late, the last couple of months, I've been playing online with some of my boys, bro. Mercury, Steve, longtime subscriber from back in the day. We became such good friends back then, and we've been good, rolling together, brothers ever since, man. And I'm talking about the infancy of my channel. It was like 2006, 2007 when I started my channel. That's when I met this dude through him being a subscriber, and we've just kept in touch ever since. So I've been playing online a lot with him and his boy Anthony. Real cool dude, Anthony. If you ever see this, man, shout out. We've been getting together and playing Fall Guys. I never got into Fall Guys. I was never into it. My kids used to love it. I would watch them play, but I never really like stuck around long enough watching it to like get the gist of it. Super fun game. Super fun. We get together, we put each other on video chat, and we just play and laugh, have drinks, and fucking talk shit and laugh and watch each other suck at the game. Especially me, I'm garbage. But it's so much fun. So we've been doing that, and while we were I think it was about a week ago, we're getting ready to set up and play, and I'm like, oh, let me go. We're looking at games that we have that we can play together, because they both have PS5s. And even they lament the fact that, God damn, why is Sony so anti-consumer? They don't cross-play with nobody, bro. Every game that we have, it's like, yeah, I can play with my Xbox, I can play with my Switch, I can play with PC, but I can't play with Sony. And Sony cannot play with Nintendo or Xbox for like 99.9% of the titles. So even they're like, this is bullshit. So we're looking for games to play. And I'm looking through the Xbox Game Pass, and I'm looking through the Microsoft Store, and I see fucking Gargoyles Remastered. I don't know how much y'all know about me, man. I don't know how people watching this. I don't know how long you've been a subscriber, man. I'm a '90s baby, dude. Right? I was born in '84. So to me, the late end of the '80s and the entire decade of the '90s are the best time and were the best time to be alive, to breathe. I don't care when anybody says, "Oh, so old man talking about old stuff." No, it's just a fact. It's a fact. The best games, best gaming systems, the best movies, the best music, the best fashion, the best sports. All of it was in the '90s, dude. The best technology because technology was peaking to a point where it hadn't yet taken over our fucking lives. So there wasn't cell phones and social media and all that bullshit. But it was like we were getting all the giant leaps in graphics and special effects and movies and all that. It was awesome, dude. It was such a great time to be alive. And the music, I cry now when I hear '90s music, bro. That's how much I want to go back. Take me fucking back, dude. But the '90s is when I was, as a young child, still watching the late '80s TMNT, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon show. And in the early to mid '90s, it fizzled out and it was canceled. And then after that, it was the Power Rangers. And then it was, and at the same time as the Power Rangers, it was Gargoyles, dude. And Gargoyles was like Disney's fucking answer or follow up, continuation of something as fucking dope and epic as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Gargoyles, bro. Goliath, Brooklyn, Lexington, Broadway, Hudson, Bronx, Elisa Maza. What? I know the names, bro. That is my show, dude. I only have Disney Plus because every once in a while I want to go back and watch Gargoyles and go through all the seasons. What a great fucking show. The animation, the character design, the fucking story. Insane. So back in the day, they had a 16-bit, only on Genesis, it was never on Super Nintendo, Gargoyles game, which I had the original cartridge. I played it and enjoyed it, but it was devilishly hard. I could never beat that game. And I also have it on my laptop through emulation. I play it all the time. Gargoyles Remastered, they took it, bro, and they gave it the DuckTales HD treatment, dude. They remastered the fuck out of it, and it looks like you're playing the cartoon, dude. Hand-drawn, beautiful hand-drawn animation that looks like you're watching the Gargoyles TV show, dude. Oh my god, and it's just a classic original 16-bit game with a fucking HD spruce up of just fucking HD 4K, hand-drawn, animated. It looks like the show, like I said. Also, it gives you the option to go between the new HD look and the classic pixelated 16-bit view on the fly at the touch of a button right in the middle of gameplay. I love when games do that. Halo Master Chief Collection does that. Fucking awesome. The only real quality of life fix that they gave to the game was a rewind feature. Now, I know. For my hardcore gamers out there that are like, I'd rather, masochistically put myself through the torture of fucking dying over and over again to beat a hard game with no assistant. Good on you. Keep at it. I have a wife and kids. I have a life to live, man. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Gargoyles was hard, dude. So yeah, I never, and it's a short game. I didn't know how short until I beat it. Like I said, I didn't beat it as a kid. I beat it now in this new version because I abused the shit out of that rewind feature for the last two levels. I'm not ashamed to tell you, I don't care. I got it. I got the achievement. I beat it. I don't give a fuck. If there's an achievement for beating it without using that rewind feature, it'll never happen. I don't care. But I beat it. But it's a short game, bro. I didn't know it was that short. It's about like 6 to 7 stages, but the stages are long, multi-layered. There's like multiple phases to each stage. And the boss battles are pretty cool, man. So yeah, man. I mean, it's fucking one of my classic 16-bit games. I love when games of that era are taken and given an HD fucking like overhaul, a remaster, an HD version, if you will. I love that shit. So, and the game was only $14.99, $15. I had enough points to redeem a $3 Xbox gift card through Microsoft, so I did that. I got it for like 11. I got it for $10.99, I think it was, or some shit like that. Awesome, bro. So I think that covers the new games that I've been playing. So I think now we're gonna jump into just a quick segue before we get into the Game Awards. We're gonna talk about something I've been seeing. I've talked about in the last couple of videos I made that I'm starting to see this ugly thing resurface again. And quite honestly, maybe it's always been there, and I just see it now more often because I'm taking a step back and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have so much responsibility. I'm not so involved in gaming the way I was before, so I'm just seeing it and I'm like noticing it again for the first time. It's that fucking that mentality, that vibe in the industry and in gaming in general, where it's just like it's cool to hate on insert name of console or insert name of company because it's the cool thing to do right now. That company's the one you make fun of. And back in 2006 to 2008, 9, around there, I was making videos talking about this shit, and I was saying that's what companies like IGN and all these major media, gaming media outlets, basically the Foxes and CNNs of the gaming industry. This is what they were doing back then, and they were doing it to the Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Wii was the butt of all the jokes. It was funny to make fun of that console. It was cool to make fun of the people who enjoyed that console, even though our console was stomping a mud hole in both the HD twins and had the best games. I'm just going to say it. I don't care. 360 was on fire back then. We had better games. PS3 got going at the end of the generation. We had better games. Period. They did. I don't care. Cry a river. I don't care. They did. Back then, they hated on the Wii. Now, it seems like Microsoft can do nothing right. What was the complaint during the Xbox One generation? You ain't got no games. You ain't got no exclusives. This year, Xbox dropped significantly more exclusives than PlayStation. It's not even fucking close. Matter of fact, this year, and this I don't know. This I would have to research. I wish I would have done it before I made the video, but I'm willing to bet that they either rivaled, if not surpassed, Nintendo in the amount of exclusives that were released this year. Now I realize what the quality of the exclusives. Okay, well let's run down the gauntlet. Right off the top of my head, we got Redfall. Redfall launched a critical mass hysteria criticism. Oh, this is garbage. It's broken. I couldn't tell. Now, again, like I've said before, I played the game for the first time about a month after it launched. So if they patched it or fixed something in that time from launch to then, I don't know. But when I first played it, I enjoyed the shit out of it. I didn't have a problem with it. After that, maybe about another couple weeks later, I started playing it like intense going into it. I fucking love that game. I have nothing wrong with that game. The fucking map, the world is atmospheric, graphically gorgeous. Day and night cycles, the vampires. I love the combat mechanic, the different type of vampires and their abilities, and how you take on each one. The human enemies as well. The stage design, the level design, bro. Like when I had to go into the theater to get a mechanism for the popcorn from the popcorn machine, so we can have it back at the station at our headquarters, just to cheer the people that live there up. Like it had a really Walking Dead vibe. Like that's something that, like in Walking Dead when they went into the theater to go get the projector bulb for the fair. The same shit. And it was just like atmospheric. It's creepy. Like you never know, and you could just hear the vampires talking to you shit through the air. Like when you get close to one of their area, it's awesome. But the game on the spine of the box of the game, it's the wrong color. It's the wrong color. Don't you see? It's not blue. It doesn't say Sony. It's green and it says Microsoft. So you get that Xbox tax where we got to take like 2 points off just because you're an Xbox exclusive. That's what happened there. Forza comes out. This was the best. Forza Motorsport comes out, right? And anybody with 2 functioning eyes, right? Like even me that has glasses, like if I just look at the game, can see that Forza Motorsport is night and day, head and shoulders graphically superior. Just graphics alone. We're not even talking gameplay where it crushes Gran Turismo. Graphics. Head and shoulders above Sony. Above Gran Turismo 7. Yet what does IGN do? IGN goes to damage control for Sony and does a side-by-side comparison video of both games where you can tell, just looking at it, you can tell they had fucking Forza Motorsport on the lowest settings possible and at the worst possible footage, the worst parts, to make it look as bad as possible. And Gran Turismo 7, they had that bitch spruced up as high as it can go without crashing and fucking just literally like at the best parts of the game, side by side. And I'm like I don't want to get political, but it's like Biden. It's like Biden doesn't even give a fuck if we know now that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, that he can't walk down a flight of stairs, that he's wearing a diaper. Like, he doesn't give a shit if we know these things. He's just, I'm a president, motherfucker. What are you gonna do? That's how IGN was. IGN was like, we're fucking lying. Sony's paying us millions. Why the fuck? We don't care if you know. We're just gonna show you this because what are you gonna do? That's literally the bravado of that video. I was like, look at these fucking limp dick, fucking thin-skinned pencil dick motherfuckers. Like literally sabotaging one game and trying to exalt the other and putting that footage side by side. Dude, nobody who has played both games. I have never played Gran Turismo 7, but I've seen it in front of me with my own eyes. and I've played more Forza Motorsport. Graphically, there is no comparison. Forza Motorsport demolishes Gran Turismo 7 graphically. Not to mention content-wise, because Gran Turismo 7 has you paying for fucking cars that were free in the previous Gran Turismo. Just saying. I mean, it's like Microsoft can do no right now. Starfield, game that's been fucking anticipated for fucking a decade now. I said in a previous video that if Starfield delivers on everything it promised, it will beat even Tears of the Kingdom for Game of the Year, which is a super tall order because I think both those games are masterpieces. But Zelda has the notoriety. Zelda has the popularity. It has the fan base. It has the exposure as opposed to a brand new IP. Did Starfield deliver on everything they promised? No, not everything. But if I had to put a percentage on it, bro, like 85 to 90% of the shit they promised is right there in the game. It's right there in the game and it's fucking phenomenal. And you will be playing that game. If you play it and you enjoy it, you will be playing that motherfucker for years to come. Whereas my son, who is a fucking huge Spider-Man fan, not just the character in the comics, but the game. He loved the original Spider-Man on PS4. And Miles Morales. And now Part 2 comes out, the highly anticipated Sony exclusive, and I'm not knocking Spider-Man. It looks awesome. It looks like they took the best parts of the DNA of the actual best superhero franchise, Arkham, and perfected it even better. Awesome. The game looks great. My son 100% of that game in a weekend. In a Friday to Sunday cycle. Playing 3 hours here, 5 hours here. Done 100%. You'll be playing Starfield until 2 generations of consoles have passed from the amount of shit that's in that game. And we're not even going to nominate it for Game of the Year. But why would we? Why would we? When fucking Sony pays for and sponsors the Game Awards. I mean, how swampy can you get, dog? Like, and so, you know, so we all know that that's bullshit. But we're going to just jump into the Game Awards now. That's like a segue into it. You guys know me if you've watched my videos for any amount of time. You know that I have been a proponent, a supporter. I'm not a championer or not a defender, but I am a supporter of the Video Game Awards. For the simple fact that this, as gamers, this is our industry. And I'm old enough to remember, I'm old enough to have lived through when gaming was something to be ashamed of. When gaming was something that made you a nerd. When gaming was something that you enjoyed, just like back in the day when wrestling was something that like, yeah, bro, I love watching it, but can't tell anybody because that's kind of, you know, it's. I remember when it was taboo. I remember when it was foolish, when it was kid shit. Now you got professional athletes that make fucking millions of dollars a day for sitting on a bench. Fucking live streaming games and playing, and it's the cool thing to do now. So I've been a proponent, a supporter of the Game Awards since its inception for that very reason. Because gaming is just as viable a media of entertainment as film, as music, as literature, as anything that you want to fucking look at. Matter of fact, it is the most lucrative out of all of them right now. Gaming makes more money than fucking movies and music probably combined. Definitely individually, but probably combined. Gaming, it is an awesome art form. It is an awesome medium of entertainment. And when there is an actual show, when there's, God damn it, I'm getting hot, motherfucker. Look, bro, this shit gets me so mad. When there's an actual, like, show, even if it's not perfect and it gets shit wrong all the time, but when it's on the national stage and it's the entire industry coming together to honor and celebrate this thing of ours, I'm going to support that. And it would piss me off every time I watched fucking, you know, just, I'll drop names. I don't give a fuck, bro. What the fuck do I have to do? RGT85. Love the dude. Watch his channel all the time. But and it's probably part of his shtick, but I'm sure that he really does feel like that because he's pretty open and honest in his videos. We'll clown the fucking Game Awards back in the day. I don't know about now. I haven't watched them in a while, but back in the day, you know, in 2016, 17, you know, por ahí. You know, and not just him, but, you know, fucking, I remember Terminator Juice. That guy, I don't even know if he's still around. That guy was always a fucking, like, just negative about everything that isn't Sony, that is. and others, bro. I'm not picking on them or anything. I'm just mentioning names so you see, like, you can look at examples of what I'm talking about. And it's like, oh, no, they got this wrong, and this sucks. Nobody takes them seriously. It's like, yo, your industry is being celebrated, bro. You understand that for better or worse, Leonardo DiCaprio didn't get an Oscar. I don't keep track of this shit, but I remember the whole thing was he had never gotten an Oscar or whatever. Oscar. But that I think he finally did. But like, everybody knew that the motherfucker deserved one. I think Will Smith with the slap and all that bullshit before that stupid incident. That was like his first or whatever. Like, all these shows get shit wrong. It's like, yeah, dude, we know. But the entire industry and the entire eyes of the world that watch that industry and participate in that industry come together for that one night to celebrate that industry. That is important. That puts your medium, your hobby, your love, your passion, this thing of ours, like I say, that puts it on the main stage with all the other fucking forms of entertainment on this planet and legitimizes it. And people make fun of it because they're idiots. But anyways, I've always been that. But I have been willing to admit over the last couple of years, the guy that runs this is, I never know how to say his name. I'm going to say Jeff Keighley. Mad respect for funding this, putting it together, organizing it, whatever the fuck it is he does. He originated this. So I'm always going to give props to that dude. Because you did what so many of us that have an actual brain and want to see our industry succeed have been wanting. And you did it, dude. Above all these other awards. We have awards for this magazine and awards for this magazine. Nobody gives a shit. But now this is a standard. Every year this happens. This is a global event every year. He did it. Awesome. But through the years of this being, when did this start? I remember, I think the first one I watched, I want to say it was 2015. I don't know if that was the first one that aired. I think it was. But, through the years, you have seen his fanboyism and his obsession with certain people, Kojima, with certain consoles or manufacturers, Sony, his certain bias against and hatred, apparently, for certain manufacturers, Nintendo, come through. You've seen it leak out through the different events. So I understand when people have a problem with it. This one, however, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna support it because it's my industry. But this is some bullshit. Like, this is ridiculous. So Nintendo gets the most nominations because you can't stop the big end. He would love to. He would love to have Sony just hog everything. But you can't do it because Tears of the Kingdom exists and Mario exists. And no matter how much Sony pays you, it's not enough to convince the rest of the public that Mario and Zelda aren't whooping that ass. So Nintendo gets the most nominations. But then it's like Sony, who has the least exclusives launched all year, has more nominations, period, combined, all over the show, than Microsoft, who had more exclusives. And Microsoft has the most anticipated game pretty much on the level of Tears of the Kingdom. In some cases, even more anticipated because it was anticipated for a decade. When Tears of the Kingdom was anticipated for about 5 or 6 years. Starfield has been a decade plus, being talked about and developed and all that. And it doesn't even get a fucking nomination for Game of the Year. And then you find out that Sony funds and pays for and sponsors the Game Awards. Listen, bro, again, the Game Awards itself, good for gaming. Good for gaming, it's undeniable. But this type of political bullshit, this is trash, dude. This is garbage. And it's not even because I'm an Xbox guy. Because really, at my heart, at my core, I'm a Nintendo guy. And I already know who Game of the Year is going to. It's going to Tears of the Kingdom. If Starfield isn't in that shit, there is nothing to stand in the way of Tears of the Kingdom. Mark my words, it's Tears of the Kingdom. If it ain't Tears of the Kingdom, there's going to be a riot on that stage. I'm telling you that right now. But this type of political bullshit, this is where I can't defend it. This is where I can support the event, but I cannot stand here and tell you that the way it comes together, the way it's conducted, the way it's executed, is anything other than horseshit. and developers, by and large, whether they be Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, or indie developers or other AAA companies, shouldn't take much stock in winning an award at the Game Awards if this is the way they're going to continue to be put together. So that's my take on that, man. I mean, other than that, bro, it's just Yeah, bro. I've been enjoying the shit out of gaming, bro. But I've been so busy. Like as you could tell, I'm what, a 3 month absence, bro. That's a fucking quarter of the year I've been gone. Um, yeah, man. I mean, right now I'm enjoying the shit out of, like I said, Forza. I'm enjoying. I keep going back to Redfall. I love it. Uh, I just got back into Sea of Thieves, bro, with the new season 10 and the guilds and all that. I'm trying to get my guild together. I got Mercury joined the guild. I think I got my homeboy who works at the previous employer that I was. Julio, I think he's joined the guild. I got like 2 or 3 people already in there, bro. You can go up to 24 people. So this is gonna be wild, dude. I got back into Sea of Thieves, man, for the first time in months. I'm loving it. Also, Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 is going bananas on. Mario Wonder, taking a break from it because I beat the main story. I love the fucking game, and I'm in the process of 100%ing it. But when you know me, like I don't really 100% stuff. So when I take it upon myself to try to do that, I do it here and there, little bits and pieces until I get there. Um, and yeah, bro, the emulation, bro. I'm trying to get on this. I'm trying to get Xbox and original Xbox and PS2. Those are the next consoles I'm trying to focus on. As well as arcade, but arcade is a little bit easier. But I'm trying to get those 2 consoles to work on my PC next because I have GameCube, have NES, SNES, Genesis, 32X, Dreamcast, N64. I have all those and pretty nice collections for most of them. Dreamcast, if I didn't say it, I think I have on there. So I'm trying to get those 2 next. And yeah, man, I just been enjoying it, man. I wanted to get with my subscribers, man. I know it's a long video, it's a lot of stuff that we had to talk about, but yeah, man. I mean, the new job is going well, making good money, man. Me and my wife are in our new spot, loving it. My son's coming to live here permanently next summer of 2024. So that's awesome. And yeah, man. Just onward and upward, man. I mean, like I said, I got some other stuff I'm putting together as far as the employment side of things. That God willing, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have some real cool news on that. Nothing but blessings, man, and thankful to God, man. Thankful to God, bro, for bringing me through a really dark time, bro. This has been a tough year, bro. I've never had a year in my life where I've been unemployed twice, where I've lost 2 jobs, back to back. It's just been tough, man. But you stay faithful to Him, bro. As imperfect as we are, and he will be faithful and perfect, and He'll get you through, man. So, man, to all the subscribers, man, I love y'all, man. I'm glad you guys have stuck around. If you haven't, I understand, bro. I'm not a consistent creator the way I was. But yeah, man, I just hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, man, there'll be more to come, just sparsely here and there. If you're subscribed, you'll get the notification. You'll know when I post stuff, man. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, man. Enjoy the Game Awards as much bullshit as, some of the nominations are, some of the snubs are. It's the nature of the beast, bro. What are we going to do? Who fucking cares at the end of the day, bro? Let's watch it. Let's enjoy it. Let's see the reveals. Let's see the musical performances. And for the nominations that are correct, that Tears of the Kingdom going for Game of the Year, well, we all know that we all know that like if you open the Bible right now, it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Tears of the Kingdom. Like it's that inscribed. It's Game of the Year. It's not even because if it doesn't happen, I swear to God, bro, that place is getting burned down, bro. Jeff Keighley can't hide, dude. Like if this happens, bro. So. Anyways, man, God bless y'all. Stay gaming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, man. It's R to the double E coming at y'all all day, every day. You know what's up, man. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.